Thank you so much.
Developing news as the manhunt for the gunman who killed 4 in Montana escalates on day 5. Right now, authorities are combing rugged terrain for Army veteran Nichole Berlie after police say he opened fire at a bar, killing 4 innocent people. Police believe Berlie is armed and dangerous.
Without stating too much, I mean, I think the last concrete time we can say for sure he was seen was Friday. Now, there is certainly evidence in our search area that he's present and that, you know, we're hunting in the right haystack. But at this time, to answer your question as specifically as I can, the last confirmed, absolutely sure sighting of Nichole Berlie would have been Friday.
Friday would have been the last time they know that they've seen him for sure. The difficult terrain is an obstacle inside Montana's Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, which is the state's largest national park, spanning more than 3 million acres. The land is covered with dense forest and has an endless amount of potential hideouts, including hunting lodges, copper mines, tall trees, and caverns. Joining me now is Montana Attorney General Austin Knudsen to help me talk about the complications of the terrain involved in this search and how those complications impact not only those searching for Berlie, but how this is likely impacting the man being hunted. When we look at this situation, what stands out to you?
Well, people need to understand this is really, really difficult terrain. You guys did a good job teeing that up, but I've been on scene myself and seen it firsthand. We've got a lot of people talking online, chitty-chatting on social media. Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you just doing this? The answer is this is very, very difficult terrain, not just because it's on the side of a mountain, not just because you're in a national forest. This is an unmanaged national forest. The undergrowth and deadfall in here is tremendous. This is undergrowth and brush that's difficult for even canines to penetrate. The sentiment from a lot of the TAC teams who've been in there is that if he wanted to curl up in a ball and hide under some of this undergrowth, they'd have a hard time seeing him unless they literally stepped on him. So that's really what I need to convey to folks. This is not a simple, oh, you know, why can't you find him? This is really, really thick brush and thick timber.
And A.G. Knudsen, one of the things we want people at home to understand, too, is that if he knows he's being hunted, that makes him even more of a threat.
Well, we know this is an unstable individual. Anybody who's willing to walk into an establishment at 10:30 in the morning and gun down an entire coffee crowd, we have to be concerned about his state of mind. Certainly he knows he's being looked for. This is a guy that hid out. This is a guy that ditched his clothes. This is a guy that stole a vehicle. We think likely was able to find some supplies and some clothing in that vehicle and get himself out of town and up a Forest Service road before running off on foot. I don't think there's any question but that he knows he's being chased.
Do you believe Berlie is still alive, and what do you think it's going to actually take to track him down?
Well, it's certainly a possibility that he's dead up there. That this is very difficult terrain. There's been some weather come in. I know it's August, but this is still at a fairly high elevation. And when those storms come through, it gets chilly up there. It gets cold. We don't think he has access to shelter. It's entirely possible that he is deceased. But at this point, we're not making that assumption. We are still acting as if he is armed, dangerous, evasive. So, I mean, that's just the stance that we have to take. This is not that far out of town. The mountain is right there, just adjacent to town. So obviously that creates a safety concern for us, for him, you know, potentially trying to sneak back into town. I don't think that's happened, but we have to be cautious about that.
And that was my next question, Attorney General Knudsen. You said that people have been frustrated and you're hearing chatter online about why haven't you guys caught him? Why haven't you guys caught him? Do you believe there's still a threat to the community?
Well, absolutely. Again, we have to assume that just by the nature of the crime he committed. This is an individual who was known in town. It doesn't sound like he's got much of a network in town. We don't think he's receiving any assistance. But it's reasonable to think he'd be trying to get back into town. This is very, very close to town, even though it is up on the side of a mountain. It's not a far walk if he can make it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.